Welcome to another episode of LearnVest Learning Blueprint. Before we go into today's video, kindly subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up to stay updated with our educational content. In today's video, we'll be talking about hidden learning gaps that keep students from reaching their maximum potential. Imagine trying to solve algebra when you never fully understood fractions. Imagine preparing for IELTS while struggling with basic reading comprehension. Or even building the second floor of a house when you haven't built the foundation. It sounds unreasonable, right? Yet this is exactly what happens to thousands of learners every day. And in many cases, nobody notices. Parents see declining grades. Teachers see incomplete performance. Students experience frustration. And everyone starts searching for answers. Some blame laziness. Some blame distractions. Others conclude that the learner simply isn't intelligent enough. But what if the real problem is something far less obvious? What if the issue isn't effort at all? What if the learner is carrying a hidden academic burden that has been quietly growing for years? That burden is what educators call a learning gap. A learning gap occurs when a learner misses an important concept, skill, or understanding that future learning depends on. The challenge isn't simply that the concept was missed. The challenge is that learning continues. The curriculum moves forward. Teachers introduce new concepts. New topics are added. Expectations increase. But the learner's foundation remains incomplete. And eventually, that missing piece begins to affect everything built on top of it. Let's take mathematics for example. A learner who struggles with fractions may later struggle with algebra. Not necessarily because algebra is difficult, but because algebra depends on concepts that should have already been understood from fractions. What appears to be multiple academic problems may actually be one foundational gap affecting several subjects at once. This is one reason educational challenges can be so difficult to identify. The visible problem is not always the real problem. It's like a doctor treating symptoms without identifying the illness. The treatment may help temporarily, but the underlying issue remains. The same thing happens in education. Many struggling learners receive more worksheets, more assignments, more private lessons, more pressure. Yet little improvement occurs. Not because the learner lacks potential, but because the real problem has never been identified. One of the most common mistakes we make is assuming that poor academic performance automatically means low intelligence. In reality, many highly capable learners underperform because they are carrying unresolved learning gaps. I've seen learners who were labeled dull become confident and successful once the right foundational support was provided. Not because they suddenly became more intelligent, but because the obstacle preventing progress was finally addressed and solved. This is why diagnosis is so important. At LearnVest, we believe that before intervention comes investigation. Before solutions come understanding. Before improvement comes diagnosis. And this idea forms the foundation of what we call the LearnVest Gap Closure Framework. The first stage is diagnosis. This involves identifying the specific concepts, skills, or understandings that are missing. Not guessing. Not assuming. But finding out the actual root cause. Because when the diagnosis is wrong, every solution that follows becomes less effective. The second stage is intervention. Once the gap has been identified, support becomes targeted. Instead of overwhelming the learner with more information, attention is focused on the exact area requiring improvement. This is where personalized learning becomes powerful. Different learners require different forms of support. Some need additional practice. Some need alternative explanations. Some need their confidence restored. Some need time to rebuild foundational understanding. Effective intervention is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters the most. The third stage is reinforcement. Learning is strengthened through practice, feedback, reflection, and application. A concept understood today can be forgotten tomorrow if it is not reinforced. This is why meaningful practice and feedback matters. Purposeful practice that strengthens understanding and builds confidence. And finally, the fourth stage is mastery. This is where learners move beyond confusion, beyond dependence and uncertainty. Mastery does not mean perfection. It means confidence. It means competence. The ability to apply knowledge into different scenarios. It means possessing the knowledge and skills necessary to continue progressing successfully. When learners experience mastery, something remarkable happens. Confidence begins to return. Participation increases. Motivation improves. And academic performance follows suit. For parents, there is an important lesson here. When your child is struggling academically, resist the temptation to focus only on grades. Instead, ask deeper questions. What specific concept is causing this difficulty? What skills might he be missing? What patterns are emerging? Understanding the cause is often far more valuable than reacting to the symptom. For learners, the lesson is equally important. If there is a topic you do not understand, talk about it and let it be addressed early. Small gaps are easier to close than large ones. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of responsibility. And for schools, this conversation highlights the importance of assessment. Assessment should not simply tell us who passed and who failed. It should help us understand what learners know, what they do not know, and what support they need next. Because education is not merely about measuring performance, but also about improving it. The good news is that learning gaps can be identified. They can be addressed. And they can be closed. When that happens, learners begin to see themselves differently. Confidence grows. Progress accelerates. Potential begins to reappear. And what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. At LearnVest, we believe better learning doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design. And every learner deserves the chance of a better and more intentional learning experience. Did you learn something from this video? Give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend.